Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Whalen. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Quarterback will audible. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Smashes through. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Kane. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of them.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Got his man on the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On the option. He'll toss it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On second down, just keeps firing. He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're bringing heat. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. On the ground, it's Finley. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Quickly out to the tight end. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
With the run on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The jet sweep pass. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback checking off. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the defense drags him down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Direct snap. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum, looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range, they go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Bulldozes him. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to go up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Auburn 14, Missouri 0.
The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Looking for a deep man. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Tackled after picking up the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. There was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it.
325. Gorilla. Tuna.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up second down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go with a direct snap. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Auburn 14.
First down to start the drive after the bridge.
Belly stutter. Lasso.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
55 weak.
Trying to surge it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a score. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
The play action fake, trying to get to him. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Missouri wants to go fast. Comes out throwing on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The sure hands, it's King. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the Tigers are flying down the field. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese.
Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
6-9-1, Gators score. Over. Let's go.
The give to the tailback. At the 45, on his way. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
Slide 22. Slide 23.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
On the set.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Cricket.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Buys a little extra time. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They're going to throw it again. Slings it downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's King. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. First down for this offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.